The aim is not to have 100% good days, but to have more good days than bad days. Welcome to Cadence Talk Show. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that when we post our next video, you'll be the first to know about it. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. Do remember to like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend about Cadence Talk Show. Oh, and please remember to leave a comment. Based on my previous video on mental health, a lot of persons have been reaching out to me with concerns, with questions, and it goes to show that mental health is something that is still taboo within our Jamaican society. It is something that we really don't speak up a lot on, and it is something that we keep private as much as possible. So even though we have a lot of groups, organizations, and different individuals who would have been bringing awareness as it relates to mental health, we still do have a lot of persons who really don't understand mental health, especially depression. A lot of young people, they are actually struggling with depression. A lot of household parents really don't know how to identify when their child is at this stage, when their child is depressed or going through depression, and sometimes they can be a contributing factor to help in terms of when that person is going through depression, to help to put them in depression or to put them in that state even more. And one of the main reasons why I would have made that comment is based on a message that I would have received from a young lady after I posted my video, and she stated that her prayer every night was for the Lord to take her life. So every night before she go to sleep, she would have asked the Lord to take her life. And when that didn't happen, when she wake up in the morning and should be here, should be so disappointed, should be so devastated, because why am I here? I don't have a purpose. She didn't see a sense of living. She didn't know why is it that she was living. Her mom was also a contributing factor for her to feel the way she does, because she could not understand when she said, "Mom, I'm feeling depressed." And for the mother, she'll be like, "This is the things you guys say when you don't want to do any work, or when you want to excuse from doing things, or when you want to have your own way." And so the mother not really understanding that depression is something that is real, and depression is something that when persons are struggling with it, and that's why I stated earlier on, the aim is to have more good days than bad days. So it's not to have 100% good days, but to have more good days than bad days. And so persons who go through depression actually have more bad days than good days. And in dealing with your depression, the aim, as I stated, is to have more good days than bad days. And so she was able to get help. She went to a counselor, she saw a therapist, and she was able to navigate that aspect of her life that was actually affecting her. And now she actually looked back and see that her life really had a purpose, and the purpose basically to use what she went through as a testimony to help to motivate and to inspire other persons who might be going through the same. And as stated, a lot of persons have reached out to me, and in dealing with depression, it is something that is very tricky, because different things will cause persons to go through depression. But as stated earlier, it is okay to not be okay. It is okay if today you wake up and your day is not feeling as how it was. All you need to do, go back to the drawing board and ensure that tomorrow is a better day than yesterday. Get help. If you are struggling with depression or any form of mental illness, get help. Reach out to somebody that you trust, reach out to somebody that you can talk to, and get help. Counselors, therapists are there, and their aim is to help you to navigate through that difficult period that you're going through. Journaling is extremely good. If you practice the journal, that is something that a lot of persons find to help them to go through that phase of their life. Some persons do meditation, yoga, and it helps them to put them in a different state or mindset, and it is something that works. Another thing is exercise, right? And I remember while speaking to the young lady as it relates to the state of mind that she went through. And I said to her, you know, mental health is as important as your physical health. So we spend a lot of time and effort to look about our physical health. We want to ensure that we're okay, we want to make sure that our body is good and we're eating right, etc. But you need to feed your mind the right way. You need to ensure that your mindset is in the right frame of mind. And so it is important for you to put yourself in that mindset that is going to be beneficial for your health, your mental health. And to the persons who are out there struggling with depression, you will be able to get through this. It is okay to not be okay, but it is also okay to ask for help. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who this message is for. You're probably on the verge of giving up, or you probably already give up. You might be experiencing so many dark phases in your life that you don't see the purpose of living. But let me just remind you to take things a step at a time. Let me remind you that it is okay to not be strong. Society forces us and tell us and dictate that we have to be strong. No, you don't have to be strong. It is okay to tell somebody that today I am not being my best. Today I am not feeling strong. It is okay to just pause and take a time to rejuvenate, to take a time to introspect. And I leave by saying, if you're a person that believes in God, pray. Prayer work, and God will answer your prayer. You just have to believe and you just have to have faith. Remember to seek help. Remember to ask for help. Mental health and depression is actually real.
Mental health is like any other kind of health. Yes? If you want to be physically healthy, you eat right, you exercise. If you want to be financially healthy, you invest, you save, you do a budget, you spend wisely. And all of those health takes time, it takes planning, and it takes proper execution. Your mental health is similar. How do I stay mentally healthy? Yes. How do I stay balanced? How do I not allow for other things to crowd my mind and allow me to do all kind of foolish things and make foolish decisions? So mental health is being mentally healthy, just like physical health. That's also like mental health, because the two are intertwined to some degree. So what do I do to stay mentally healthy? We stay positive, we think about positive things. Of course, we do eat right and we do exercise because that also contributes to mental health. We examine some of the stresses that we have. We kind of manage the stress. If you manage your stress, you will not be stressed out. You're not, having your mind go all over the place. But what it means also is that if I am mentally healthy, I am able to maximize all the opportunities that will present itself to me, right? So whereas I'm going to utilize that opportunity or to decide on something else, I have to be in the frame of mind to make informed decisions. And so depression is something that I have to manage. If well, everybody get stressed at some point in time, but it's how you make the stress impact you. So you have stress, distress, all kind of stress. How do I remain stress free, or rather, more importantly, how do I manage my stress? You can meditate, you can do positive things, do the things you like, do the things that interest you. Again, you eat right, you exercise, and you do healthy things. You engage in healthy activities right across the board. It is very important. It's very important, very critical for us to recognize mental health and to understand the issues that come in being mentally unhealthy. Yes, put it that way. For example, if you are depressed for a very long time, depression can go in stages and it can become debilitating. Manic depression and all kind of depression. You can become so depressed that you don't want to do stuff, that you don't want to be among your friends, you don't want to do nothing, you just want to sleep, you just want to, stay away from the rest of the world, you just want to be by yourself all the time. And that can lead to a number of, more debilitating situation, like suicidal thoughts and, suicidal attempts. So it is important that you understand how to manage depression as well, how to treat with it, how to recognize it, how to ensure that at the end of the day, it don't become your norm. Yes? At some point in time, everybody will get depressed for whatever reason, but it's the length of time that you stay in this frame of mind that impacts you negatively, and so you need to learn how to manage that. So you need to learn how to manage stress. You need to learn how to manage the stressors, the things that cause you to be stressed. You need to learn how to manage what you may call now, manage when people let you down. Yes, when people are not as honest as they should be, and all the other things. You have to learn how to manage those things. Because managing those things will also help you to manage your mental health and to work through all of that process. So mental health is really good health. Yeah, it's a part of the holistic approach to health, and so we must strive to be mentally healthy so we may maximize all the opportunities that are available to us. Yes, when they present themselves.